Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So I'm really late with this video, but I was not going to pass up on the chance to talk about, again, this issue with Balenciaga and the whole pedophile campaign, because that's what it was. It wasn't no ad campaign for no stupid holiday. It was a pedophile campaign. And one of their main supporters, Kim Kardashian, refused to condemn it and cut ties with them, even though she has 4 children. Not teenagers, not adult children, children. Now, I kind of hit the ground running with that, so let me start from the beginning. In case you didn't know, Balenciaga got slammed in the media a couple of days ago, probably about a week ago, I'd say, because they had an, quote, ad campaign, holiday advertisement, whatever you want to call it, photo shoot where they had children holding teddy bears that were wearing bondage gear. Now, one of their main supporters and buyers and wearers of the brand, Kim Kardashian, basically took a week to say anything. People were waiting for her response. They were leaving her messages. They were saying, okay, well, listen, you canceled Kanye real fast. You dropped him like a hot sack of potatoes after what he did, and you had no regrets. You were quick to do it. But Balenciaga then came out here with these pedophilic images with these children, taking advantage of them. And we're still waiting for what you have to say, Miss Mother of 4. And it literally took her an entire week, basically, or almost an entire week to even come out with something to say. Now, before I get into that, let me say this first. So there was a photographer by the name of Gabrielle Galimberti, who was the photographer who took those pictures. Now, of course, there was a lot of lashback that he got that I feel like Balenciaga deserved. But of course, you know, you could say, okay, well, he was just a photographer. He was just doing his job. Maybe when he got to the set, he didn't realize that it was going to be like that. But one could also say the moment that he saw those children holding those teddy bears, he should have walked away. He should have said no. Although I do agree with the fact that he got a lot of lashback that he should not have gotten because he was just the photographer at the end of the day. Balenciaga are the ones who should have gotten all of the lashback. Also, another point that I want to bring up before I bring up this sad, sorry excuse for an excuse that she used to try and justify why she hadn't said anything yet. There is a young woman by the name of Lada Valkova, who was basically the creative director, I guess is her job description, at Balenciaga, and has been for quite some time now. Her social media page, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has went to private now because of all the lashback she was getting. People had went on and noticed a bunch of very disturbing photos involving children in certain positions in very satanic and very just disturbing and disgusting situations. Like, I'm not even going to put those images in this video because whenever I first saw them, I was disturbed and I don't want to see them again. To help give you an idea without actually putting up, like I said, the photo, one of them was of a child that was duct taped to a chair. Another one, a child, or at least it looked like a child, was basically disemboweled, laying on the grass. And in another one, there was some lady, I don't know if it was her or some other lady, was dressed in all red. And she was holding 2, I guess they were fake baby dolls that were basically red. I guess they were supposed to be, it's supposed to be blood, I guess. In her hands, also, I guess it was like paint or something to make it look like her hands were bloody. Like I said, disturbing and sick. And it's like they're pushing this sick, disturbing, pedophilic agenda. And it's no surprise that if she is their creative director, that kind of photo shoot would be even a thing. It's no surprise. Like, we know where this is coming from then. But anyways, people were waiting for Kim Kardashian to say something to condemn them, to cut ties with them. Of course, like I said, she waited almost a whole week to do so. And when she finally said something, this is basically what she said. She was quiet. She knew she was quiet, but not because she wasn't disgusted, but because she had to wait to speak to her team, to speak to the team, where at Balenciaga, to try and figure out how or why this kind of stuff could happen, as if she didn't know that these were the kind of people that were involved with this brand. Then she moves on to say that she's appreciative that they at least removed the ad and that they apologized. But did they remove the ad and apologize because they were actually sorry for what they did and they had intentions on not actually doing it again? Or did they just remove and apologize because they got caught? Because we didn't just take it and not say anything, because they got lashed back and now they had to say something, because that's what it seems like to me. Then she moves on to say that she's going to reevaluate her relationship with the brand. First of all, there should be no reevaluating anything with that brand. The reason why I said I wasn't going to pass up on a chance to do this is because I've said before on this channel that I am a real protect the children type of a person. When it comes to children, you don't get second chances. You put out something like that garbage that they put out, all ties should have been cut with them, period. End of story. You don't get to bounce back from something like that, because clearly there's a deeper issue that they don't want to address, that they have no intentions on addressing, and they would not have to begin with this situation if people wouldn't have made the noise that they did. As bothered as I am that somebody would do something like this, that she would respond like this, because like I said, this is about the children, y'all, that are being taken advantage of. I can't say that I'm surprised. And do you know why? Because her and her husband, well, ex-husband now, because he has just as much to do with this as she does, had Northwest, their 9-year-old, walking around in a Balenciaga gimp mask. I'm pretty sure this is not the first time either that something like this has happened, and unfortunately, it's probably not going to be the last. And you know what's really sad to me? That these people out here, like I'm not gonna get on here and shame, because that's another thing people have been bringing up. I'm not gonna shame anybody's kinks, anybody's what you like to do in the bedroom. That's none of my business. I really don't care. The problem is whenever you take that and you involve children, that's when I have a problem with it. And we're not gonna do the whole you're shaming people for what they like in the bedroom. Like we're not gonna do that. We're going to address this for what it is. Some sick adults involving children in pedo. And their parents caring more about a brand and money that they're getting or giving than they do protecting their children's innocence. Because that's what this really boils down to. These people, these companies, these corporations, they care more about pushing an agenda, these sick adults making money, than they do about children and their innocence. It's going to be all fun and games until these children grow up into adults and they come back and they give y'all all kinds of hell because of the stuff that y'all put them through. The stuff that they let slide, how they took advantage of these kids. It's going to be all fun and games until they come back and they have something to say about it. They need to leave those kids alone and stop involving them in this mess. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comments below.